The way I have not done a sit down video in a minute. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, I am Koko Guerra. I'm a makeup artist. I've been a makeup artist for 15 long years. I love everything about what I do. I honestly do. And I also just launched a makeup line. So go check that out. It will definitely be linked in the description. I can't believe I'm linking my own products, but whatever I use will be linked, not just my stuff, but definitely go check out my stuff. Okay, so the weather is changing and I love that for us. So today's look is inspired by fall. I'm just applying my toner to my skin and then I'm gonna go in with my sunscreen. And yes, my loves, even in the winter you do need sunscreen. So now I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced concealer and I'm gonna apply that all over my eyelids, and then I'm just gonna blend that out. And now I'm going to set this concealer with the Koko Guerra Beauty Translucent Powder. This is in the shade Red Gal. It's very finely milled. And I have these in 5 shades. I go very deep and then we go really light. Translucent powder shouldn't always just be white. And so I'm trying to introduce people to a new vibe and a new understanding of beauty and makeup. Okay, so now I'm just going to go straight in with black. I know a lot of times people get scared when they are doing their makeup and they start to use blacks. Don't be scared. We have makeup wipes, we have Q-tips, we have the things to fix anything in case we need to clean up any mess. Once I apply that there, I'm going to go to the other side and just apply the other. Now I'm going to go back into the same palette. This is the Huda Beauty Remastered palette. So I'm going to go into the shade Trust Fund. It is a really pretty cinnamon color, and I'm just going to pat that on the inner corner of my eye. Even though this is cinnamon on my complexion, this may read a little gold, and that's fine. You're gonna catch the cinnamon like in my pictures and things like that. And I am getting ready for a photo shoot, so the glam has to be all the way there. So I'm gonna dry clean this brush that I just used in this Rare Beauty dry cleaning brush situation. It's so cute, and you know, if you're doing your own makeup, I only use it for mine. I don't use it for clients. If you're doing your makeup really quickly, you need to just clean a product off a brush. It's very good for that. Okay, using the One Size Trio palette, I'm gonna go into the shade Press Record and just pop that in the center of my lid, which is gonna blend the black and the cinnamon color together. And now I'm going to go back into the black and just make sure that is very dark and defined. And I'm going to kind of bring it up to the center of my eye, a little bit above that eyeshadow, just right up in that crease. Then I'm going to take a Q-tip and some micellar water and clean up the black here so that it doesn't blend in with our. Even if it does, the foundation is strong enough to do its thing to cover it. But when you mix foundation with black, a lot of times it will turn green on you. So just want to make sure you clean that up. Then I just like to run it on my waterline, make sure we didn't get too much fallout. Then we're going to stop here. I know everything looks crazy and unfinished, but we're going to trust the process and come back to the eyes. Okay, so the foundation of the evening is House Labs. It's a little bit dark for me. This is a shade 500, but between concealer, powder, and everything, it's just right. It works on my chin area. Then the higher I get on my face, it starts to be a bit darker. I don't know what it's reading like on camera, but right now it's giving dark. I like this little brush because when I'm doing my makeup with my hijab on, which isn't often, only when I'm filming, it helps me get up in the fine lines. Now I'm going to go in with the Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer from Milani in the shade 170 Warm Almond. I'm so obsessed with Milani's concealers, like in this collection. I haven't really checked any other collections, so before y'all say, I just know about this concealer and I love it so much. I'm gonna apply some on that forehead and just drag it down the nose. And I do want a nice little pout, so I'm going to do right above that lip. When I do that, it helps me accentuate my lips. Okay, and now I'm gonna get to blending. I'm using the Cosette number 6 flat foundation brush to blend out my concealer. Then I'm just going to use this lipstick that I got from the beauty supply store, but I like the shade of lipstick that it is, and I like that it's supposed to be like long lasting lipstick, but it's not really long lasting, but it is a long lasting blush, and it's just like a hot pink color, but that's going to look good on my complexion when it's blended out. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with a concealer that's a little teensy weensy lighter than the last concealer, just to really give that under eye a pop. Good old snatchy pop. Okay, now I'm going to go in with two translucent powders from Koko Guerra Beauty, one in the shade Mauby and the other in the shade Red Gal. I'm going to use Mauby first because it's closer to the concealer shade that I use to highlight my under eye, and it just looks like skin. Mauby looks like skin. I know for a long time, you know, we didn't know any better. There wasn't, you know, better things out here for us, and we were just all going in with the same yellow and white powders. But me as a black woman, that was not the way to go. I mean, it worked. We did what we needed to do. Looked cute out here, but it's time for us to elevate and just pretty much look better. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm always trying to get better with time, growth, and I like to get better with time. I like to get finer by the day, you know, all that. So it's just when you find better things, you do better. When you know better, you do better. And so this is just a very beautiful brown shade. It is very neutral as well. So if you use concealers that are a little bit golden, or you use concealers that are a little bit warm, when you use this powder, it will neutralize it, and it will just be the prettiest, most gorgeous highlight ever. Okay, so I did my first set. I still haven't went in with Red Gal, which is lighter. It's like a yellowish shade. I'm gonna go in with browning, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face. And now I'm going to set my foundation with browning. And that way I'll get my color back. I'm not looking too bright. So if my complexion is brown, when I'm walking down the street, I want to look brown. I don't want to look ashy or cakey or any of those things. So that's why it's so important to have powders that are genuinely true to your skin. Now I'm just going into another one size palette, and this is another trio, by the way, and this is the deep trio. This is the deepest one that he has, and I'm going to start building a nose contour and just marrying my eyeshadow with that nose contour. And I'm using the shade Pay No Mind in this trio. You know, girl, just building me the nose bridge that I don't have. And I'm going to take another brush and blend that out. Okay, now that I've done that nose contour, I'm just going to go in and bake with Red Gal. I'm going to bring that to the sides of my nose because I want it to help further accentuate that nose contour that I just did. Okay, now we're going to go in and do my brows. I like this 3X mirror working on my brows. I need to see every single hair. So I do my outline first, and then I take a fluffier brow pencil and I just run through the brows. And I make sure that brow pencil is kind of lighter than the one that I've drawn my lines with. So when I say thicker brush, something like this situation, and I literally just have at it. I run it through, and I feel like it makes for such a nice brow on me. It just looks so pretty. And then, you know, make sure that you don't go outside of your lines and you will have a snatched brow. Then I have to move this over a bit so I can see. Okay, brow is snatched, and now I just want to press that concealer in. Okay, now that brows are done, remember I said we come back to the eyes. So I'm going into that bronzer, and I'm just warming up the black so that it's not harsh and it's not by itself. And taking that bronzer into the black always helps it look more sultry than anything versus like dark Addams Family, you know? So how I like to do makeup is I like to go in and lift, create dimension and all that stuff, and then warm things up and blend things out as I go. Like with my face right now, as you can see, it's like super sculpted and dimensional, but I'm gonna go in and soften that all up. Feminine right now is giving very chiseled, very sculpt, and that's fine and that's intentional. Okay, so now before I go in and add bronzer, blush, and just warm back to my face, I like to line my lips so I can see where I'm going and see just how much I need to apply on the other parts of my face. It just makes sense to my brain to do that, and that's like a new thing for me. I'm like forever changing my makeup. Now I'm going to start getting rid of that bake. I'm just going to use the Sephora number 99 Pro Blush, and it's really a blush brush, but I don't use brushes for what they say you should use brushes for, and I just do my own thing, and that's what you should should do, because even with me doing this, you still just go do your own thing. Okay, so I don't ever try to fit like a big fat brush up in very small intricate places. I just switch out brush. I use a lot of patience when I'm doing my face or anybody else's face, because you won't get to where you're trying to go if you just rush everything, girl. And now I'm just gonna go in and just pat that in, smaller brush, and it makes complete sense. Oh child, that looks so good. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Skin Essentials palette. It is amazing. It's my holy grail, and I love to use it on my clients and myself. I have one for my clients and one for me. The reason I have one for me is simply because look at my palette. Like I mix what I need. So I'm gonna go into the pink and the red to give me the shade that I want for my blush. It goes on kind of creamy, like semi-velvet, right? And then you're gonna see how it starts to give me that nice radiant glow. I'm so obsessed with this palette, and it comes in different shades. I always get the deepest one for me, then I have a deep one for me, and then the middle one for my lighter clients. But this palette, to be honest, this is what I had first, and it works for all shades. You just have to take your time. Isn't that so pretty? And then I go over here on this side, because I don't know any of these names. They're just, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if they have names. I think their names are on the site. And so I just go into this side where it's a bit lighter, and I just press on top of that blush to get that extra beautiful glow. And then once that settles in, it takes a little 1 or 2 minutes to settle in. Chef's kiss. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and line. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid eye pencil, and I just love the tip on this. And then I am going to do a wing because I'm extra. And then I'm going to go into the inner corner of my eye and do kind of like a siren eye, which is why I wait to the last minute to do eyeliner. So there is always a method to my madness. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lashes off screen. I'm gonna go big on the lashes because I want it to show up in the photos. Like I said, I'm doing a photo shoot after this. So big lashes photograph really, really well. Okay, lashes are on. We cooking now, baby. Lashes just, so beautiful. Chef's kiss. Now for the lip. Shameless plug. Shameless but not so gorgeous. It's opaque for a pink gloss. However, how I apply it. So this is Soka. This is the most surest one that I have right now. The other two are very opaque. They're nudes, and like I said, wanted them to last all day. So I like to apply a little bit in the center of my bottom lip, right? And then, oh my god, how freaking pretty. And then I just blend upward, and then I add as I need to. And in about 2 minutes, what happens is this starts to melt into the lip and do its big one, moisturizing the skin on the lips, making your lips super, super, super supple, like that baby touch, soft. Ooh, just so good. So in the meantime, I like to go in with the Makeup Forever lip liner. I am currently working on my own lip liners. It's been hard to get them waterproof, and that's what I'm really going for, but I think we're almost at the finish line. Where is my sharpener? And then I just like to go with the darkest shade and do the outer corners so that we have that out. Honestly, I like these pencils because you can go over glosses and they don't get all like weird on you. So to finalize my look, I'm just going to use Mauve to cut that contour, just so these cheekbones can really pop out and do what they need to do. Ooh, now she's giving model. How beautiful is this gloss? It's truly her. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.